Hello everyone, I am Julia, and today we're zooming in on two closely related but distinct ways to weaken a GMAT argument. These two key critical reasoning weaken methods are showing that a generalization is faulty and showing that a comparison used in an argument is not valid and does not hold up. Let's start with the issue of faulty generalization. Sometimes an argument relies on the idea that what is true of a few people or situations must be true for a whole group. That is generalization. It's an integral part of research, but there's a difference between a good generalizable sample and a non-representative, non-generalizable sample. Let's look at an example. Hide and Seek is a brand known for high-performance swimwear. In fact, a recent survey of professional swimmers showed that 8 out of 10 of them use swimsuits by Hide and Seek. Hide and Seek has started incorporating this survey data into their marketing. Soon, Hide and Seek will become the most popular brand of swimsuits on the market. This is a generalization. The author is assuming that what is true or what is preferred for professional athletes is the same as what is true or preferred for anyone that would buy a swimsuit. So, one way we could weaken this claim is, unlike professional swimmers, most people prioritize aesthetics over performance when shopping for swimsuits. Now the link between athlete performances and those of regular people is more clear. Athletes who swim competitively, they probably need higher performance from their swimwear than just regular people who wear swimsuits to sit on the beach and read or swim casually a few times a year. It's not a reasonable generalization in this case. Whenever an argument draws a broad conclusion from a small sample, ask, is that sample really representative? And if it isn't, that is a point of attack. Now, let's look at how comparisons can be flawed in a very similar way. Graduates of Eastland University earn higher average salaries than graduates of Westland University. Therefore, Eastland must provide a better education than Westland. This argument assumes that the only relevant difference between the two schools is the education quality, the quality of the education that they provide. But what if Eastland differs from Westland in many ways? Maybe Eastland is really selective and only admits students who are already more likely to succeed financially, such as those with super high test scores, wealthy family backgrounds, or pre-existing strong professional connections. If so, the comparison isn't so strong because it's not based solely on quality of education, and thus the conclusion is a little bit shakier. Or perhaps this weakener. While both schools place most graduates in jobs located near their campuses, Eastland is located in a significantly more expensive city than Westland. Even if Eastland graduates earn more in raw salary, in that case, the higher cost of living in Eastland City might mean that their real adjusted income is lower than that of Westland graduates. If so, the higher salary figure doesn't necessarily indicate better outcomes or educational quality. It could just reflect location-based wage inflation. There are several points where this comparison could fall apart. We are given so little information on each school that it's very hard to trust that this is a good comparison without investigating further. My pro tip is, if an argument hinges on X worked here, so it should work there, check the assumptions. Are the two situations truly comparable? Is it reasonable to expect that what held true in one would still hold true in the other, or are they actually different situations? So Whether you're up against a faulty generalization or a bad comparison, now you know how to spot them. These are two of the GMAT's favorite ways to weaken arguments, and being ready to apply this knowledge will help you find correct answers much more quickly. See you next time.